getting some mint tea. Mint can help you with hunger, or at least supposedly it does. So getting some of that, and then picking out a tea for my wifey. Let's see. She likes vanilla. Ooh, vanilla almond. She'll probably like that one. $10. Holy crap, Whole Foods. Getting a little thing of heavy cream. They like pita chips. Shopping for my kids is always a little tricky. Any way I can get them or trick them into eating protein, I do. So like, I'm looking for pita chips, but it's just an attempt to get them to eat hummus, which has protein in it. I don't know if I see pita chips. It's always weird when you're out of Whole Foods. This is Chickpeas. Oh, I guess that's the same, right? I think this is the same thing. Mm-hmm. Go with that. Bam. Sparkling water, some iced tea. Get some more hard-boiled eggs. This has everything bagel seasoning in it, and it's just great to throw on the hard-boiled eggs. You can just buy that too. You can get it off Amazon, or you can get it basically at any store. Good. Hard-boiled eggs. I gotta get some hummus. People always complain about things costing a lot of money, and look, we're in Whole Foods, so if you're worried about cost, this isn't a great place to be. But look at that, $7.99 for an entire chicken. It's got this. Look at that. It's got the skin on and everything, so it's going to be nutritious. It's going to have a good amount of calories in it, and it's probably something that, I mean, maybe some of you can eat it in one sitting, but it probably lasts you maybe for 2 meals, and for $8, that's pretty good. I really love Polish sausage a lot. You guys might have heard me talk about it previously in some other posts, but it's fantastic. Another great way to get your meat in, and another great way to kind of stay on the diet. That's the hardest thing, is to have things to look forward to. So, Polish sausage. Chicken. Oh, those are chicken thighs. You won't do it. Go around. Grabbing a hold of some chicken thighs. Gonna make some chicken wings. I like getting a thigh rather than a little itty bitty wings. This is a little easier. I'd like to get 4 of these ribeyes here. Right. Yep. I really like getting the ribeye because it has enough fat in it. Sometimes I find that if I eat leaner steak, I'll lose weight, and I'll lose weight like too fast. So, and then they just taste so good, and they're so satisfying. Yeah, can I also get the boneless beef chuck too? Just one of those, I think, would be great. Who's going to win the fight tonight? You follow any UFC stuff?
I think Cerrone is probably going to win.
Yeah, maybe Conor McGregor doesn't care anymore. No reason to get punched in the face anymore, right? Grabbing hold of some seasoning, Carnivore salt. Got this big old thing of meat. Gonna make a sandwich out of this. This is something I always do. I always get one of these rather than a cart. Give you a little extra exercise. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
Yes.
I think that's good.
I mean, it goes past that first part. Yeah, exactly.
A bunch of bone broth. That's cool. I already got bone broth, so I got that part settled. Ketchup. Oh, there we go. Delio Chef. Ketchup. My kids will hate me, but I'm gonna buy it anyway. Well, I'll just get them regular ketchup. Carbs. My kids, they also like stuff like this, and again, it's like we got some protein in here, so if they eat some carbs with it, I don't care, but just trying to get that protein in for them. Getting some of these cured meats, I like these a lot. People tend to make a big deal about trying to get it with no nitrates and all that. I don't think it matters too much, but we're at Whole Foods and it's hippy dippy, so. Starting to overflow, starting to become a workout. There we go. Starting to get weighed down. Keto. It's everywhere. Just got done shopping at Whole Foods, bought a bunch of meat. You saw me buying some stuff for my kids as well, buying some stuff for the wifey. I think I got everything I need. I got, my mother-in-law wanted onions. She likes to cook her burger up with some onions, and got some cheese for the hamburger patties, which I can't eat. I got some buns for the hamburger patties, which I can't eat. But yeah, just, you know, went shopping, loaded up on some good nutrition, and you know, I would say about 95% of what I bought is very, very healthy. It's stuff that has protein in it. Again, protein is going to help with keeping you satiated, help keep you full. So while it always seems like such a hard diet to try, it seems like it's such a hard thing to try, the carnivore diet. It's really not a hard thing to try at all. You might fall off here and there, but when you get locked into eating meat, when you get locked into eating protein, you become what I call protein focused. And I've heard other people refer to this too as zero carb zen. You just get in this mode where you just don't give a flying fuck. You really don't care. The other foods aren't that enticing to you. I still want the carbs, I still see them, I still have cravings, but it's not that bad because I'm like, oh, you know what, in about an hour I'm gonna eat some meat. I'm able to shut down, and I don't, food is still entertainment for me, for sure. Eating a steak is still very exciting. It's like one of the more exciting parts of my day. I love to lift. I love spending time with my family. There's a lot of things that I love to do, but eating meat is like really satisfying, and it's like glorious, right? But I know that that's going to come, and I know that I don't need to break, and I don't need to worry about, you know, eating goldfish, you know, eating my kids maybe some snacks they have in our pantry and stuff. And we don't have a lot of junk in the house, but we do have some. My kids like to have some snacks here and there. Some of my nieces and nephews like to, and we don't have to live like a robot. So there's going to be some things that have a negative impact on the metabolism here and there. But also, as long as everyone's staying active and as long as everyone's sleeping properly and doing other things properly in their life, everything will work out really well. But I'm excited, you know, to continue to show you guys, you know, how I shop. I realize not everyone can afford to go to Whole Foods, but that's another trick with saving money is just don't go to the, don't go to the places that just cost more money in general. Like Whole Foods is going to cost more. There's other grocery stores that are like that too. Go to a grocery store that fits your budget, that fits your needs. And then also, you know, don't come at me and say, oh man, I can't afford to go to Whole Foods. I can't afford a ribeye or a filet when you got the newest iPhone. Like, come on, dude, you got the newest Nikes. Like, I I see what you're fucking wearing. I see what you're doing. I see all the bullshit you got. And I know that there's some people that are frugal and don't spend money on themselves, and they still have a hard time scraping together the cash and the dough to get the things they need. I was there. I've been there. I've been broke before, but it's no excuse to be a fat fuck. It's certainly not an excuse to be fat. Even when I didn't have money, I found a way, and I was always eating. You know, you can buy inexpensive ground beef. There's sales on steak. I showed you even inside Whole Foods how inexpensive that chicken was. That was like, you know, $5 or $7 or whatever it was. That's not too bad for an entire chicken. At Costco, Costco has great prices, so you can buy an entire already cooked rotisserie chicken for $5. And that might not be the most flavorful thing to you in the world, but continue working, continue creating. You know, make something in this world that other people consider to be valuable, and you don't have to worry about not having money for stuff. You know, I'm a big believer in nothing's ever too expensive, just make more money. Figure out a way to make more money. How can you make more money? You make more money by giving, and you make more money by providing value. And on that same note is you can't nickel and dime people. So sometimes people are like, oh man, you know, I did this, so it's going to be $50. Or you give something to a family member and you try to sell it to them. Just give it to them. It'll come back to you. Just give it to them. Always offer to pay, even when you don't have the money. Even when you really don't have all the money necessary. Most of the time, your friend, whoever is they're gonna just say, no. But even if you did throw in for that, at least you contributed. You want to be a bum. You don't want to be a freeloader. But trust me when I say that, if you continually do that, you actually are putting yourself in some positions that are a little bit uncomfortable. But then you're gonna have to figure out a way to make those payments. You're gonna figure out a way to make ends meet, a way to figure it out. And also, you know, there's a big difference between not being able to afford stuff and a big difference between being really stupid. You know, how many of you have a $450 a month car payment? Why? Why do you have a $450 a month car payment? I don't even have a $450 a month car payment. It doesn't make any sense. You know, don't buy a car for other people. Buy a car for yourself. Buy a car that you can afford. Don't buy shit that you can't buy. Don't buy anything that you can't actually buy. Your car isn't really yours if you're leasing it. Your house isn't really, figure out a way. You know, you might have to rent for a long time. You might have to, there might be a lot of different things you have to do. You might have to drive a piece of shit car. I did. I drove around a minivan for a few years and drove around piece of shit cars. One car after another didn't work. They'd break down all the time. Well, figure out a way, but you don't make excuses for it. Anyway, that was my little shopping trip, grabbing some stuff for the fights tonight. Conor McGregor and Cowboy Cerrone. And I kind of think that Conor can win if he's in shape, but I don't know if he got himself in shape, but I'm just going to pick him anyway. And I'm going to say Conor McGregor wins in a decision. We'll see what happens tonight. Thank you guys so much for following along. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. Catch y'all later.